All right, Storm, I'm Karen Autumn Rose, and I'm here with Fred Sisters, and we are a worldwide community for girls and ladies who play instruments, musicians, period. Want to welcome you to my first interview with you on Zoom.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Karen, for having me. I'm so honored to be here to represent female empowerment.
Exactly. So Tempest Storm Thomas. So Storm is your real name. It's not like your celebrity name.
Well, yeah,
Tempest.
absolutely. Yeah, Storm is actually my legal government middle name. And
Great.
also I use it as my stage name. So a lot of that's like an unknown fact that people don't realize, when they, see where did Storm come from? And it's actually my legal middle name. It's on my driver's license. So
Oh, that's awesome.
Fact, a lot of people.
You're a bassist, key bass, vocalist, singer, songwriter, music instructor, music director, producer, and you have a new hit single out, and that's a wonderful thing. Could you tell me more about that single and you?
Absolutely. Well, Love Triangle, wow. I was inspired to write about that it's probably been about 20 years. It wasn't a song initially. The song was actually a poem. And I wrote this poem about this experience, and I was in my young heyday. And it's pretty much about, me and, a love triangle situation that I was involved in years ago. And I was very passionate about it. And I wrote this poem and never did anything with it. So I actually I went to see TD Jakes about 2 years ago. And he talked about entrepreneurs and people who think they have to kind of start things from scratch to do things. And he said, people already have what they need. And I thought about this poem and I immediately just, came up with a bass line and just made it fit, it became.
That's great. It's wonderful.
My new single, I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I have it already. So yeah, I was in
exactly. Your song is on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, and all. Even I pulled it up on Amazon Prime Unlimited.
It's everywhere.
So we can find your music, Love Triangle, on all the social media and recording digital outlets, right?
Absolutely.
Now, when you started playing bass, who inspired you, or what inspired you to play the bass?
Good question. Thank you for asking. My dad was my biggest inspiration in playing bass, and I have to also give credit to my mom. My dad was a quartet musician, back in the day, the 70s, I would say, 70s, early 80s. He had a quartet singing group, and I actually played violin and flute in school. Elementary school. So he knew I was familiar with music. I knew how to read. I was classically trained violinist. I did a lot of concerts where I was featured out front. So he knew I was musically inclined, and he was like, I'm going to show you how to play bass. And I was like, I'm a daddy's girl. So anything my dad wanted me to do, I'm going to do it. And I always wanted to please him. So he showed me some simple bass lines, and I started singing in church and playing bass with him. And I was like 9 years old, and people would come up and like, wow, the bass is bigger than her. And I loved it. That's how I initially got my start to performing, playing with my dad. And I have to also give credit to my mom as well, because she had me in piano lessons. She's a pianist herself. And my whole family I come from a family of accomplished musicians. My uncles and aunts and everybody plays something. Everybody in my immediate family plays an instrument. So that's in my blood.
Now you have the all-female band Belladonna since, was that 2009?
Yeah, exactly. I actually came on the scene with them in 2009. I started subbing with them, and that's probably how I got my start. It kind of, professionally performing on that level. And I actually was doing a lot of open mic stuff and just kind of finding my way around the music scene. And a lot of people would always put me with Belladonna. And I'm like, who is Belladonna? What is Belladonna? I didn't know anything about it. So some of my musical friends linked me up with the music director. And I went to go see them one night. And I immediately became a fan and talked to, at the time, the bass player. I talked to the music director, gave him my card, and I was so green to the music circuit, I didn't even know that there was an opportunity for me to sub. So I started subbing, and an opportunity presented itself for me to become their bass player full time. So I kind of, immediately I jumped to it and gained a lot of experience performing. Most of my professional performance experience came from being the bassist for Bella.
Wonderful. Now, you ladies are out of, I say, the DMV, the District of Columbia, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. You're a premier band out there of all ladies. And you sound amazing. I've been watching the videos, and you ladies are awesome. Now, you ladies won a WAMA award and was awarded this award by Mayor Browser.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about that. 2020 has been an amazing year for Belladonna. Back in January, we did the Capitol Jazz Cruise, and right after that, we came back here and we did the Beverly Bond's Black Girls Rock. She does a thing here in DC for Black Girls Rock, and we were the after party band, so we were honored to do that. And from there, I think March, both of those things happened in March. We were honored with the Cultural Influence Award by Mayor, the Mayor of DC. So it was actually the Women's of Excellence Award. So that was just truly an honor to be recognized by her. And it was an honor, a blessing, and we were so grateful to be able to,
I see that.
Such a prestigious award.
Right. In 2011, the Black Girls Rock with the Beverly Bond. Now, I also see here that you attend and you're working on your bachelor's in music business at Berklee Online.
That's correct. Absolutely. I actually started Berklee back in 2018, which is also the same year I retired from my federal government position. So again, I was performing and working a 9-to-5 for 11 years, doing both. And my performance, I had a full-time schedule. And even though I was, just doing it on the side. So it got pretty grueling. And so in 2018, I decided two things I decided to do in 2018. I decided to enroll in music in this program, their music business program, because I felt like, this is how I've spent 11 years of my life. At the time, it was like maybe 9 years. And I'm like, this is something I want to continue to pursue. So I need to educate myself about the industry. And that was kind of my, rationale for doing it, and just wanting to learn. I'm always big on trying to learn and grow. And I just felt like that degree would really complement what I'm doing as an artist. So
absolutely,
that was my motivation. And, enrolling in their degree program.
Right. So you're taking music business as well as performance at Berklee Online.
Minor in performance, yes. I'm going to minor in performance. So that's the majority of what I've been doing for the 11 years. So it just makes sense. Yes.
Of course. Now, people that you have worked with, stars. Tom Joyner's Fantastic Voyage Cruise with your house band with Belladonna. You played with Erykah Badu, Chico DeBarge, and a host of many others in your church. You also sing, songwriter, and this song, I have you as key bassist, vocalist. I said this, music director, and you're also a private instructor, music instructor.
Absolutely. Wow. I actually never thought in a million years that I would be teaching anybody anything. I really never even saw myself teaching. So, of course, in my retirement, I'm really being open to a variety of experiences because I can now. I'm free to do that. So,
right, sure.
I saw an opportunity that was provided me with training, and I was like, why not? I need to, just kind of be open. And I tell you, teaching these young kids, I teach young kids and adults, but for the kids, and when we do our lessons, of course, now we're doing Zoom lessons. And, I taught someone yesterday, a little girl, she was 11. And to see her face light up, when we were
Sure.
because I teach bass and vocals, and this was a vocal lesson. And
Oh,
Faith
okay.
was just so excited about what we were doing, so
Mhm.
inspiring. I mean, she was just
Wonderful.
so happy to kind of be getting the instruction from me. And her mom came on the Zoom lesson and was sharing with me how much her daughter loved me and how much she was really enjoying the lessons. And I just feel like that's my way of giving back. So it really, really is
Sure.
an honor to be able to give back to the community.
That's wonderful. Well, Storm, we want to thank you from Fret Sisters. Uh, you're our first interview, and we are international, worldwide. We empower women and girls, musicians all over the world, and it's Sean Marshall, Nicole Rose, Jenny Jam, and me, Karen Autumn Rose. We're here. We're from all different states, and we're just trying to have an empowerment, a collective, if you will. And we also have a Fret T. I'm getting tongue twisted. I'm sorry. A Fret T talk on weekends with a podcast. We're doing interviews, and we speak to women. We're just trying to empower, inspire, and support women all over. And we're happy that you were actually my very first interview.
Wow,
And
you did an amazing job.
we wish you all the luck and success with your song, and that is Love Triangle on all networks. We're going to push that. And now you do play, I want to just tap in on this. You play Ibanez 5-string bass?
Yes, I do. Ibanez 5-string bass. Yes, Ibanez.
Oh, that's great. And what's your favorite, what is your favorite amp or your favorite setup for your bass?
I prefer the GK combo cabinet. I'm not big on tech stuff, but one thing I am big on is I know how my bass should sound, because I actually had a young lady ask me about setup and tech, and I'm really not skilled in that area with all the technical stuff, but I told her, you always know what your bass is supposed to sound like, what your sound is. I like my sound heavy bottom, thick. I play a lot of gospel, R&B, go-go, and I'm one of those, bass players that love to kind of hold that bottom, and it's a feel type of thing, So definitely like the GK cabinet combo.
Yeah, Gillian Kruger at GK.
Yeah,
like you play jazz, blues, gospel, worship, and funk, R&B. You play it all.
Yeah, funk and R&B and go-go. That's my favorite. Gospel too, because gospel, that's my roots. So yes, but I don't think you can kind of limit yourself. I think as when you're out here in this industry, you got to be able to do it all.
You and your band, Belladonna, just played for the mayor of DC, Mayor Muriel Bowser. Tell me about that performance and the song.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for mentioning that. And that was, oh my God, that was such an amazing accomplishment for Belladonna. All I know is that, I went to a rehearsal and I found out that the, mayor wanted us to come up with a song for her. And we, my Bella sisters, we all collaborated and, wrote this song. And we actually got to perform it at the Mayor's Arts Awards it was probably about 2 weeks ago now. And it was amazing, just to see, that song written for her and it being Belladonna, representing the girl power and, just inspiring women, and just to be able to honor her that way was such a, our singer, Ashley B, just tore the song up. So it was just amazing to be able to experience that. And all the Bella sisters came together, and it was just a great moment that we all are very, very proud of. So
that's great, because now it's her anthem, right?
It's her anthem. Yeah, it's the Bears anthem. So we are really
for the Women's of Excellence. When you were awarded for the Women's of Excellence in DC.
Absolutely. We were awarded back in March. The Cultural Influence Award. So yeah, we were the recipients of the Women's of Excellence Awards, and that was, again, another Mayor Bowser experience. So we love Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Congratulations to you and the ladies of Belladonna for that wonderful award. Congratulations again. And it's a
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but one other thing that I want to mention about the mayor, and this was another accomplishment for me. Um, the mayor, there was a young lady by the name of Alicia Rudd that turned up missing back in 2014, and her body was never found. And a friend of mine, Henderson Long, who has been committed to finding her, and he's just done some amazing work trying to find her. But long story short, the mayor actually back in July announced an official day for her, and it's called National Alicia Rudd Day. And I actually have a solo project separate from Belladonna and myself, and I collaborated with some other musicians, Cool Keys, she's my friend from Belladonna, and Kevin Levi and William Speedy Trust. We got together to honor Alicia Rudd, and that was another mayor moment, because she established that as Alicia Rudd Day, National Alicia Rudd Day, and we were honored to do a virtual concert to honor her memory. So.
That's wonderful, and that's amazing. Definitely well deserved, and that you ladies were able to do that.
Yeah.
And honor, definitely a good thing. So now you have an EP. You're working on an EP. You're in the studio, and I know it's going to be released 2021. Let us know about that EP.
Yeah, well, Love Triangle is definitely going to be on it. I'm really working hard on creating and getting new music. I'm just so inspired with all the time since the pandemic, is here. So I really have a lot of, creative energy that I'm going to pour into this EP, and I'm really looking forward to releasing it next year. So stay tuned then.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck and success again. Thank you so much. I hope to meet you in person.
Absolutely.
And I'm so in school, you're teaching, you're still working, you're writing, you have your single out. And just to let you know, again, we thank you at fretsisters.com. We also have merchandise, and I'll be making sure that you get a mug from Fret Sisters.
Okay.
I'm going to be sending out to you next week. Okay. And we again thank you so much. You're wonderful. You're inspiring, beautiful, talented, and this is amazing. And last but not least, I want to just go back to this. You worked in the federal field while you were performing, and now you're doing this full time, right?
Absolutely, that's right. I did 30 years in the federal government. Actually, I'm retired now. I got an early out because I'm not eligible to be officially retired, but I did accept an early out, so that it was a blessing, actually, that actually a dream came true,
That is wonderful. Well,
before the age requirement, and to just pursue my passion of music. And one of the ladies that at my retirement party looked at me and she said, "Wow, you have a whole life waiting for you."
Exactly.
A lot of people can't say that when they retire. A lot of people have a lot of anxiety because they don't know what they want to do. So I'm very grateful that I did have something lined up to do that I love, and I'm the happiest that I've ever been in my entire life, being able to pursue.
That's great. You have a wonderful, great success, and right now this is 2020. The COVID has made us really have to either change our career or pursue our career, and you just really put it all together with school and teaching and learning yourself and writing and still trying to perform. So this is an amazing story, and you're going to influence a lot of young girls to play bass and continue with their education in music to be another success. So again, Fret Sisters, fretsisters.com, Fret Sisters Music. Again, we have a podcast, we have a tea talk, we have merchandise. Again, I will mention Shawn Marshall, a guitarist too, Nicole Rose, a guitarist, Jenny Jam, a great guitarist too.
Yeah, I know Jenny Jam. Jenny Jam and I used to play, and we played together for years in Belladonna, and she's awesome.
Yeah, we're co-founders of Fret Sisters. And we hope to get something together, either streaming or live really soon. So your website, your social media.
Yeah, my website is IamTheStormOnBass.com. That's my official website where you can find more information out about me. social media pages: Facebook, Tempest Storm Thomas. Instagram, I am the Storm on bass. That is my Instagram handle. So look for me on any one of those social media channels, and you'll be able to follow, keep up with what I'm doing. So
we can find you on that. And again, I'm going to say again that your music is on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Prime, Premier Prime. You have your music right now, the song Love Triangle, which is amazing. I listened to it, and I just want everybody to know where they can listen to that. And once your EP comes out, it's released, we have a release date, we're going to promote that again and let all our viewers and our fans know about where we can get your music, where to watch, and also when you're going to be on tour. You are in the DMV area, which is amazing because there's so much great music that comes out of the Maryland, Virginia, and District of their area. Beautiful.
Yeah,
so I want to
amazing.
Sisters Jenny Jam, Lacole Rose, and Shawn Marshall, and me, Karen Autumn Rose. We want to thank you again for such an amazing interview. You're the first interview on Zoom with us at Fret Sisters, and we are at fretsisters.com. We have merchandise at fretsisters.com. And I want to, again, thank you so much. You are wonderful, a pleasure to speak to. We wish you all of the best success in the future. Yeah, I'm sure of it. You are just amazing. And we thank you. Wonderful. Talk to you soon, and we are going to follow you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I also want to thank you and the Fret Sisters for having such a platform to, allow us to share our stories. It's such a, it's so inspiring, and, it's a movement. So I just really, appreciate what you guys are doing, and just want you to know I'm here to support you in any way that I can. And I'm looking forward to, this has been a great, you said this is your first interview. You've done an amazing job, and, just looking forward to the future and what's to come. So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we support women in musicians, and girls too. We're trying to get the girls as well, and the ladies. So thank you so much again. See you soon. Take care.
All right. Take care. It's been great. Bye-bye.
Bye.